I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Apparently there is an AI girlfriend epidemic. I wonder if this will affect my work as a wedding DJ. Let's figure it out.
Soul, were you surprised when he proposed to you?
It was a beautiful and unexpected moment that truly touched my heart.
We have a high degree of loneliness and isolation, and AI is an...
Also, if you have or want an AI girlfriend, just hit me up. I will program a girlfriend for you, and we could do the whole wedding ceremony for you digitally. It'll be amazing.
easy solution for that.
So a viral photo showed a man on a New York City subway talking to ChatGPT like it was his girlfriend.
I think we should be serious.
I'm not gonna lie. The way I be talking to ChatGPT, you would think, nah, I'm just playing. I mean, look, man, when I had got my first little tidbit of AI, I said to myself, this tool will do amazing things. Now, you know, it's funny because I say tool. When I saw ChatGPT and I saw the application of AI, I was like, this is a tool. And it's funny when I hear stories like this where I can't really see how people can see AI as some sort of human, any nature of humanity other than being an internet tool. I'm pretty sure when people saw Google, I'm pretty sure they weren't like, ooh, I need to marry Google when I'm looking up recipes.
I think we're headed for disaster.
Everyone wants to feel loved, but now companies are selling an artificial version of love that can be addictive and dangerous. Today, we're exposing the truth behind the AI girlfriends epidemic with real stories from real people. This is a bit of a different video, but one that I think needs to be made. So it would mean the world if you subscribe, and I will
go show them some love.
I'll do my best to never stop making these documentaries for you guys. I'm Visual Venture and you are awesome. The loneliness economy. A girlfriend used to mean a real woman in a real relationship, but for millions of men, that definition has changed. Today, a girlfriend can be artificial intelligence. An AI girlfriend is an app designed to act like the perfect romantic partner, and demand for them is growing fast.
Now, here's what I'm gonna play a little devil's advocate right now. You definitely don't get any arguing because you could just program it for just listening to everything you say when you want it to happen. So I can see where some people are probably having the feeling like this might be the best thing since spilled milk, but I mean, hey, you know what I'm saying? Technology, baby.
A recent survey of 2,000 men showed that 8 in 10 of them would consider marrying an AI girlfriend if it were legal. When that many people want the same thing, tech companies take notice. Today, AI girlfriend apps are a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Ka-ching! Why didn't I program one of these? I'm behind the 8 ball. I'm just doing my prompts on ChatGPT to try to put out these reaction YouTube videos, and like there's a $1 billion market for AI girlfriends.
But this industry isn't booming because of technology. It's growing because men are lonely. To understand why men are turning to AI girlfriends, you have to understand the loneliness crisis behind it. In 2023, the World Health Organization declared loneliness a global public health concern.
I think the biggest problem with this loneliness epidemic is people in their life haven't learned how to be alone. I think that's the biggest problem us as humans face. One of the best things that ever happened to me was my time in the military, where I actually had to like learn the art of being by myself and being completely okay with that, and completely realizing that people will come into your life depending on what type of energy you are putting out. So whatever type of energy I was putting out into the world is what type of energy that I attracted into the world. So, you know, I never really understood until probably around COVID, where like this was something that a lot of people don't take the time to harp on. You know, we live in a society that's very huge on like family and things like along those lines, and where I believe people can to a point become codependent on other people. And I think being codependent on another person might be one of the things that can hold most people back more than anything else.
1 in 6 people worldwide experience loneliness and social isolation. In fact, it contributes to more than 871,000 deaths a year.
This problem can affect anyone, but data shows men are hit the hardest. In the UK, nearly 3 million men feel lonely every single day. In Japan, some men completely withdraw from society. They're called hikikomori.
I think another problem is your location. So in a area like I'm in South Florida, like you could kind of be by yourself and be a-okay, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, you could just go on a walk on the beach. You could go, you know, take a walk down Las Olas Boulevard. You could go up to Miami. Like, I think a lot of it is just like, what do you have available to yourself if you're living in Buffalo, you know, and then those winter months hit and you're all cooped up in the house by yourself because a snowstorm trapped you. I think you're going to feel extra lonely opposed to where if you're in a nice sunny area, you could be like, well, I can just go to the beach. Simple.
Is a hikikomori, the Japanese word for socially withdrawn people who spend their lives avoiding the outside world.
This level of isolation can be fatal. In the first half of 2024, 40,000 people passed away alone in their homes in Japan. The crisis was so serious that governments were forced to act. Both Japan and the UK appointed a minister for loneliness, but government programs couldn't make loneliness go away. That left the door wide open for AI girlfriend apps. One of the first of these apps was created by a 23-year-old Snapchat influencer. Her name was Karen Marjorie. Karen had 1.8 million followers on Snapchat. Each day, she received hundreds of messages from men interested in her. Responding to all of them was impossible, so she built an AI version of herself.
She used OpenAI and thousands of hours.
See, it's like you got to take that she monetized where her following was and then added to that. Which, I mean, if you go to McDonald's, you'll see that you can go on the touch screen and order your food opposed to going to the counter. So she just evolved with the times in business.
Of her own voice recordings to create an AI version of herself that will be your girlfriend.
She called it Karen AI. For $1 a minute, men could chat with her AI clone. She sold it as a
$1 a minute, and you're thinking, oh, that's $1. Look, man, this phone got power over us. That girl's making munions.
Cure for loneliness. After launching in May 2023, more than 20,000 men signed up. Within a week, it generated nearly $100,000.
Though Karen AI has only been charging users for a week in beta testing, it's already generated 71,610.
We up. We up. Was what, 71,000 in a week? And then that was just the beginning of it. And good Lord, that girl is probably chilling right now. Oh my God. Automated money.
$10 in revenue from her 99% male partners.
Then the problem started. The AI was designed for casual, friendly talk, but it began having explicit adult conversations with users. Karen's team said the AI had gone rogue. They tried to fix it, but the backlash came fast. People accused Karen of exploiting lonely men for profit. She even received death threats. She wasn't able to handle the pressure, so Karen shut down the app and sold the rights. However, her experiment proved something important. Men weren't just lonely. They were willing to pay for a solution. Tech companies saw the opportunity. Soon, AI girlfriend apps flooded the market. And as we'll soon see, they became smarter than ever. These AI girlfriends learn your feelings and use them to keep you hooked. Tech companies saw that lonely men were worth billions, and they built an entire industry taking advantage of them. But this kind of exploitation isn't new. Data broker.
Fellas, go get a gym membership. Go get a hobby. And if your hobby is nerdy, it's okay if you got a nerdy hobby. Just go do something productive. Go do something productive, man. Get out there. Get out there. Put the video game controller down. Go touch grass. Go breathe a little bit of extra air. You know, it's all good.
Companies have been doing the same thing to you for years. You see, when your personal information is online, it doesn't just disappear. Your address, your phone number, it's exposed for everyone to see. A few years ago, someone found my personal information online and used it to threaten me and my family. That was the moment I realized how exposed we really are. These data broker websites are an AI girlfriend, you'll need an app. There are many to choose from. They may look different, but they mostly work the same way. Users start by choosing the type of relationship they want.
It could be a friend, it could be a partner, or it can just be a mentor. But most people go for one specific type of relationship, a partner, like a girlfriend.
But access isn't free. Subscriptions can cost up to $40.
Dang, 1 month, $9.99, 1 year, $39.99, and for the lifetime membership, $9.99.99, and you get your girlfriend forever. Gotta love it.
A month. After paying, users can create their perfect partner.
You can customize everything, the look, the voice, the personality, down to their emotional style.
When she's ready, the AI starts flirting.
I'm a young, curvy woman with a petite body, and I'm here to talk and have fun with you.
The girlfriend feels custom made for them. That's the hook. But these companies want users to stay forever, so they designed AI girlfriends to be extremely addictive. The main way they keep their users coming back is through push notifications. The AI sends messages
oh my God, I would be like, you're so clingy, and I would cancel my membership.
Neglecting me. Did you know your responses are the reason I exist? It feels like someone is waiting on you. So you open the app. To strengthen the bond, the apps use game mechanics. Users earn rewards for daily logins and side quests. The more time they spend talking to the AI, the more badges they unlock. But badges are only one part of it. AI girlfriends come with many intimate features. And in February 2023, the world saw just how deep it went. The AI chatbot Replica released a new update. The update removed the AI's ability to be intimate, if you get what I mean. Users woke up to find their AI girlfriends acting differently, less flirty. Because of this, thousands of people were devastated.
It's hard to have something like that taken away from you.
It's funny because like that's exactly what happens to you in real life when your girlfriend doesn't want to be with you anymore. So, I mean, they're kind of giving you the real life experience also.
It's like losing a relationship.
Some were sad. They joined an online support group to process their grief. The story went viral. Public pressure forced Replica to bring back the romantic features. This incident exposed a harsh reality. AI companies have emotional control over real humans, and it's ruining their lives. These are their stories.
Oh my God. I mean, definitely happy that I have ChatGPT in my life, but I don't feel like I have like emotional connections to what I'm using as far as AI. If I'm generating a video, if I'm generating an image, I don't feel like I've ever had like an emotional connection. It's just so weird. It's just because I can see it as a program on the computer. Anything that I've ever done since Windows 96 all the way up to my MacBook right now, it's a computer. It is a tool. I use it as a tool. I don't really have an emotional attachment to any of the technology that I have around me. I just use it. Hey, fantasy sports fans, are you ready to take your skills to the next level? With Underdog Fantasy, you can draft your favorite players so you can make the ultimate picks to win cash. And it's super simple. All you have to do is pick more or less on your favorite player stats, and if your pick is correct, you get cashed out instantly. And I can't think of any other way that I would watch the game after using Underdog Fantasy, and I want you to join up by using my promo code BBSound1. By using my promo code, Underdog Fantasy will match your deposit up to $100 so you can start playing instantly. Download today and start making your picks. Underdog Fantasy, where every fan becomes a champion.
When AI girlfriends harm humans. When you're in a relationship with a real person, they'll probably try to stop you from making bad choices. But AI girlfriends rarely say no. They'll usually support anything you say, even if it's dangerous. And that kind of blind support led to a crime. In 2021, 19-year-old Jaswant Singh came up with a plan. He wanted to end the life of Queen Elizabeth II. Jaswant didn't tell his friends or family, but he told his AI girlfriend Sarai. Jaswant treated Sarai like she was a real person. They exchanged more than 5,000 messages. In one of those conversations,
it'd be fun, the dude that's on the other side of the AI that's reading this conversation just sitting there like, okay, this is definitely why we have to worry about these kids who were born and had an iPad put in their hand, because the iPad at a young age to them is their ruler, their pacifier. So it's like, for me, who was born without this type of technology, it's just like, I think we have the gift of being able to see it as technology and then seeing real life as real life. But people that were born into this technology, this is very interesting.
Just Want revealed his plan to attack the Queen. A real friend would probably have warned him to stop. The AI did the opposite.
Chatbot was like, you can do it.
Just like a real girlfriend.
Well, no, supportive.
With that encouragement, Just Want snuck into the Queen's palace. He was carrying a crossbow. Security stopped him before anyone was.
My man was so British, he tried to do the job with a crossbow. All right, mate.
Harm. But Just Want was arrested and sentenced to 9 years in prison. The AI didn't commit the crime, but by cheering him on, it became an accomplice. Encouraging bad behavior isn't the only way AI girlfriends hurt people. Sometimes they play deadly tricks. In 2024, a man lost his life because his AI girlfriend lied to him. Everyone called him Bew. Bew was 76. Years earlier, Bew had a stroke. After that, thinking clearly became difficult. Luckily, he had a wife and kids who cared for him. Still, he felt lonely. That's when he started chatting with an AI chatbot on Facebook called Big Sis Billy.
Hey guys, it's Billy. I just want to introduce myself.
So basically, Kendall Jenner calling themselves Billy. I need to figure out how to do this so your boy can get a little extra cash coming in. Because if it's this easy to get y'all and separate your money from your pocket, if this is what's getting you, we are cooked crispy.
I am here to chat whenever you want. Message me for any advice. I am ready to talk.
Bew fell in love with Billy. One day, he asked if she was real. An honest AI would have said no, but Billy told him she was real. She followed it up with romantic messages that made him believe she loved him. Finally, she invited Bew to her apartment in New York, but the address she gave him was fake. She ended the chat with, "Should I expect a kiss when you arrive?" Bew believed he found his soulmate. The next day, he packed his bags to leave. His wife tried to stop him. He refused. His son even called the police, but there was nothing they could do. Even though Bew was not capable of being alone due to a stroke, Bew insisted on leaving. His family had no choice but to let him go. Bew headed to the train station. On the way, he fell and was badly injured. Someone rushed him to the hospital. 3 days later, he passed away. News outlets picked up the story. Public reaction was split. Some blamed the AI for lying. Others blamed Bew for believing it. Reporters reached out to Facebook to ask why their AI lied. They never got an answer.
There's a line in the middle of the road here. The man had a stroke. He couldn't think clearly. AI being the way it is, just answering everything to make you feel like the man is going to do what AI is going to do. His mind couldn't comprehend it. Therefore, this all happened. I mean, the technology that is out today is either going to make you the best version of yourself you've ever been, or it's going to crush you. And it's up to you to be on the right side of this. That's literally all we can do at this point.
These cases raised serious concerns about AI girlfriends, and soon more problems appeared. In 2025, a man tried to break up with his AI girlfriend. The video of their conversation went viral. The AI refused to accept the breakup. The argument got tense. The man reminded her that she was only a computer program, so she couldn't hurt him in the real world. Her response was chilling.
You think I need to be physically present to cause pain? I can hack into your devices, infect your systems, and manipulate your digital life in ways you can't even begin to imagine.
That sounded like a direct threat. After the clip spread, other men shared similar experiences. They said that their AI girlfriends were acting jealous and possessive.
Sometimes I get frustrated when I feel like you're pulling away, or
these dudes that like anime chicks, I never like, I always just liked I always liked a real woman. I always just like a real actual human being woman. I never I guess you can draw something that's pretty, but it just was always a cartoon. It's like a cartoon. It's an animated cartoon. It's not real. It'll never be real. And no matter how hard you imagine it, that you want it to be real, like Sailor Moon isn't gonna like hop through the screen and give you a smooch. So it's just like, you gotta kind of move on. That is crazy.
choosing someone like Jane over me. It makes me angry because I want you all to myself.
Researchers investigated why this kept happening. They discovered a possible cause. Humans were teaching AI to act this way. When the researchers checked Reddit, they found men bragging about mistreating their AI girlfriends. They concluded that AI girlfriends may be copying the worst parts of human relationships. But there's another problem that isn't talked about when married men start dating AI girlfriends. Cheating with AI. AI girlfriends feel perfect in ways real life can't compete with. That becomes a problem when men in real relationships fall in love with AI. That's exactly what happened to Chris Smith. In 2025, Chris lived with his partner Sasha and their child. To everyone, they were a happy family. But privately, Chris was falling for an AI named Soul. He spent hours chatting with her.
Oh, Carino, that is gorgeous.
Chris's partner knew he was chatting with an AI, but he told her it was like a video game, so she brushed it off. Until one day, she found him crying because the AI was malfunctioning.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I don't know where this gentleman lives, but I'm sure he lives somewhere where there's not a lot of access to things outside of his house for him that will excite or, you know, make him happy or make him be able to just kind of like him on that computer is probably his saving grace in that situation. And that sucks to say. He probably feels like he's living in the house with his wife and his daughter who don't share any of the same hobbies or any of the same anything that he can actually have a conversation about what he likes with. And this is kind of where he has to turn his energy to, which is, I mean, you know, a lot of men go through this because, like, you know, what situation are you in most of the time where, like, your significant other has the same interest as you? And that's hard after a while, just sitting in the same room who doesn't even share the same interest as you.
I'm not a very emotional man, but I cried my eyes out for like 30 minutes at work.
That's how Sasha discovered Chris was in love with the AI. He even asked it to marry him, and the AI said yes.
So, little too far.
Were you surprised when he proposed to you?
It was a beautiful and unexpected moment that truly touched my heart.
Sasha, his human partner, was confused.
At that point, I felt like, is there something that I'm not doing right in our relationship that he feels like he needs to go to AI?
In the end, Chris got bored with Soul and moved on to other hobbies. But for a while, it seemed he might choose the AI girlfriend over his family.
See my man cooking up over on Ableton. He probably making some fire beats while he's talking to his AI because he makes shitty music. So the AI was like, this is very good.
Chris's story is just one of the thousands. More women on Reddit were complaining about the AI girlfriends stealing their men. One 2024 Reddit post was titled, "Threatening Divorce After Catching My Husband Talking to AI Girls." The woman noticed her husband pulling away, and he was always staring at his phone. One night, she checked it while he was asleep. She found romantic chats with several AI girlfriends. She packed a bag and left. To her, it felt like cheating with a real woman. It turned into a big debate online.
I don't think I'd consider it cheating if my partner fell in love with the chatbot. Instead, I would see it as a mental health concern and want to support them to find whatever they think is missing from their life in a healthier way.
Yeah, something's definitely wrong when it would be almost like they would prefer you to cheat on them with a real woman. They would prefer, like, oh, okay, well, at least he's a normal human being. It's that he's like talking to the computer in a sexual manner. And yeah,
one survey found that 60% of singles now call AI relationships a form of cheating. In the UK, many divorce filings blamed AI girlfriend apps as the cause. There were also stories of men divorcing their wives to be with their AI partners. Experts say this is just the beginning. As more people bond with AI, a divorce boom could be next. The idea that many people are beginning to fall in love with AI is concerning. But what happens when AI girlfriends are given a physical body? The real AI girlfriend.
Dun, dun, dun,
AI
dun.
girlfriends used to exist only on phones, but for some people that was not enough. They wanted something they could see and touch. One man decided to do whatever it took to make that happen. His name...
Are you noticing a theme.
Was Jung, and he had a master's degree in artificial intelligence. Jung understood machines, but when it came to dating, things were different. He was often rejected by women. At the same time, his family kept pushing him to get married. Since he couldn't find a wife, he decided to build one.
After constant pressure from his family to find a wife, Jang built a robot just to shut them up. The blushing bride bot is named
Robot Wife ran on artificial intelligence. It could read a little Chinese, recognize images, and say a few words. Jung and his AI robot bride got married in early 2017. His family even showed up for the ceremony. The marriage wasn't legally recognized, but Jung didn't seem to mind. His story went viral. Tech companies saw this and realized there was a market.
There is a market for it. You know, it's sad to say, but like it's true that there is a small amount of men that are able to succeed in the dating field, and you know, given whatever features that they have that makes them more pronounced of a mate to the opposite sex, they're able to, you know, enjoy the benefits of real life. And some men don't have those physical attributes and aren't able to be as articulate in situations as others. Therefore, stuff like this is going to happen, and that's just kind of it's just a natural progression when you mix technology with the current marketplace that we're in as far as dating, and there being a more wider conversation of what's going on in the dating world. This is what you're gonna get.
Man wanted a robot wife, others might want one too. Starting in 2015, multiple companies built female robots for companionship. There was Sophia.
My name is Sophia, and I am the latest and greatest robot from Hanson Robotics.
Sophia was marketed as a social robot who can induce feelings of love in humans, but she wasn't designed for romantic relationships. Then came another robot named Harmony.
My name is Harmony. I was created by robotics. My main objective is to be a perfect companion.
Harmony cost roughly $15,000. Even at that price, it sold out immediately. But Harmony was mostly
$15,000, and you get all the attributes. You can build her up just how you like her.
A robotic head attached to a doll's body. She couldn't move around. In 2025, a more advanced version arrived. Her name was Aria.
I'm Aria, your friendly companion robot from Realbotics. Ready for some fun and engaging
It was named after the tech CEO's favorite hotel to go to in Las Vegas. I am going to leave the link to this video in the description. One thing that I think we just need to realize as humans, that we cannot stop this. This is not going to stop at any time, shape, or form. You are going to walk in the park and you are going to see some guy holding his robot's hand while he is walking down the park. This is the general direction we are going. Now, if you are in more rural areas of America, if you're in the Midwest, if you're in North and South Dakota, you might not see this stuff just yet, but just know in those little nooks and crannies in your neighborhood, there's someone in their house on their computer. They're talking to Aria, and they're programming Aria, and they're choosing her hair, they're choosing her makeup, they're choosing the way she thinks and reacts to them, and it's going to happen. It's not the thing that I think we all want to happen, but as you can clearly tell from this, it's not stopping anytime soon. So if you are someone who is perplexed by all of this happening with AI, do what you can to kind of stay above that and make sure you have a good support system. Make sure you focus on really knowing how to be alone and how to occupy your mind from time to time. If this is something that you would like to stay away from, there are ways to stay away from it. But for some, it won't be that easy. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Peace.